Rotate your phone.
Okay, I'm not. Hi! It told me to rotate the phone. I wasn't rotating it. I was like, what's happening? Hey, I'm Yolanda, and this is Giara.
Mm-hmm.
And we are live today from our offices in Lutz, Florida.
Beautiful.
Rotating phones and everything.
Yeah.
So, on this lovely Monday, we wanted to share some information with you today about trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Trauma is a specialty that our team really focuses on, but over time we found that there's some confusion, some misinformation for people about what constitutes a trauma or what trauma is, right?
Yes. A lot of people just associate trauma with combat veterans, sexual abuse, physical abuse, but there are so many other traumatic events in our lives.
Yeah, so really the definition of trauma, and if we were to pull out a DSM, which is behind us, that is like the mental health Bible of diagnostic criteria. Really what trauma is an event that that we perceive as life-threatening to our safety of ourselves or our loved ones.
Yeah.
Impactful, something hugely impactful. And over time, it's something that impacts you so much that you find yourself kind of chewing on, right? It's hard to release, it's hard to let go of it. So that is what trauma is. And really, from a brain perspective, trauma is those events, those memories that are stored in the fight, flight, freeze part of our brain.
And depending on who we are, we all respond to events in a different way, depending on our fight, flight, and freeze composition in the brain. So that's what makes...
Right. So two people can go through as this exact same event, and one brain might hold on to it as traumatic. Another brain is able to file it away into long-term memory storage, right? So when you find an event that kind of keeps coming up, keeps bubbling up, keeps coming up, no matter how recently or long ago it was, you want to take a look at that as a traumatic event. Yeah. So like we mentioned as we first started, trauma is more than combat, it's more than assault, right? So some other examples of trauma.
One of the examples that always I bring up, it's 9/11. When 9/11 happened, people were there on the floor, on site. People were also watching this via TV, and we had a lot of clients that just watched it take place via TV, and they still came in with trauma criteria.
We call that vicarious secondary traumatization. So that happens when people witness big horrendous events. It also happens if you work in an environment, in a situation, if you're a first responder, if you're law enforcement, if you're a teacher. These are examples of professions that are witnessing trauma and can be impacted by secondary traumatization. So colleagues and I are like, if you are having nightmares about these things, if you are having moments of flashback, and again, even though it didn't happen directly to you, it is traumatic.
Yeah. The other one that we had spoken about is the trauma of migration, assimilation into a new country, moving from one place to another. Some people don't consider that a traumatic event. However, it can be impactful in your daily functioning. Death,
definitely. A death of a loved one. The end of a relationship, divorce is also traumatic. Those are some other examples of traumas, right? So a lot of times people come in and they say, well, it took me a while to even come in because I didn't think what I had experienced
was
counted. I didn't think it was trauma. So hopefully this starts spinning wheels, right? It starts getting us thinking and having conversations about different things that we can experience as human beings that are traumatic. Car accidents, right?
Yeah, being in a bank while there was a robbery.
Right? And again, a lot of times people are like, well, it ended, nobody got hurt, right?
But it still impacts your daily functioning.
Right. So when it starts impacting your daily functioning, That's the non-negotiable, right? That's when you really need to get help. When you're having flashbacks, when you're having nightmares, when you're having panic attacks, those are some signs that these events and these memories can be addressed.
And
right?
it not only impacts the person, it impacts the relationship if they're in a couple, it impacts the family, it impacts the community where they're at.
It does. It does. So it doesn't just behoove you to come and get treatment for your trauma. It benefits your family, it benefits your community. And it's one of the most brave things that you could do. A lot of times people think, you know, I'm at my weakness, this is my low point. No. The people who call in and are willing to face these things and get help are some of the most brave people that I've ever had the honor of spending time with.
Warriors in life.
Warriors, yeah.
Yes.
So give us a call at the office, 813-434-3639. Set up your appointment or get a free consultation with one of our team members so that you can have an idea as to how we might be able to help you.
Yes,
All
do
right.
that. Take care of yourselves.
Have a great day, guys.
Bye.